Nintendo decided that they were going to go have a double feature, and this double feature was going to be the announcement that Nintendo teaming up with Dena or Dina, whatever the fuck the company is called, but they're going to be teaming up with them to go and put their games on mobile and on PC. That was like a double take type deal for me. I went, holy fuck, Nintendo doing this? I mean, they've flirted with the idea frequently, though in the past they've said 1,000 fucking times over, never, ever, 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 ever. Okay, well, maybe we will have to, just because times are changing. But then, they had also said, well, Iwata, most notably, along with the rest of all the Nintendo execs that they had up there, had said, mainly out of just reassurance, just to make sure that people didn't think that they were just jumping ship, that they are working on the next iteration of Nintendo hardware for the console market. And right now it's codenamed the Nintendo NX, the Nintendo Crossfire, you get caught up in the Oh man, if Nintendo makes a Crossfire type commercial for the next system, I'll buy it even if there's no games on it. At all. There could be nothing. It could be a fucking toaster. I wouldn't care. I'm like, oh my god, though, Crossfire! Anybody like when Steel Panther had done the... No, am I the only one who saw it? Fuck it. Anyway. But Nintendo NX, the Nintendo Crossover, Nintendo Extreme, there could be a whole bunch of things. It sounds a fuck ton better than Nintendo Wii U. Wii U. So, with these announcements, I mean, we have Club Nintendo ending, and then Nintendo had said a couple times that they really looked at something such as Valve with their entire Steam program, and that's an amazing platform, and absolutely fantastic, and I have to say that maybe they're a little inspired by it. Maybe this is going to be what they're doing. They're going to look at something like Steam and good old games and decide that this is their way of doing the virtual console. Just imagine Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, GameCube, Nintendo Wii, Wii U games, all available for download, hopefully at a decent price, because all you gotta do is look at Steam sales to understand why people are constantly just like, no Steam sale, no summer Steam sale, please don't. It's just like, empty your wallet, bitch. I'm like, okay, well, this is actually kind of cool. I mean, think it, wait, I'm confused, conflicting emotions. Lots of games, but conflicting emotions. So if Nintendo does some shit like that with all their games, I mean, think about the past catalog of games. Emulation's already big on PC and mobile and shit. I mean, most people bust out their smartphone and like, da-da-da-da, I'm gonna go and play a game, hopefully not fucking Flappy Bird. And then, what else do they have on there? Emulators. Tons of emulators. Fuck, one of my best friends has a PSP emulator on there. He's like, I have a PSP, but I have a PSP emulator. Da-da-da-da-da, playing Crisis Core on his phone, and then switching from that to going and taking pictures of shit. It's kind of crazy. Wacky! Wacky inflatable arm flailing tube man and a poor man waka-paw! Sorry, energetic. And no, not on drugs. This is all natural, motherfuckers. But this entire thing is kind of a big-ass deal. I mean, Nintendo jumping into the mobile market, seeing their games on the likes of Android, on Apple, on Ultrabooks, and laptops, and tablets, and I mean, all smartphone devices, on BlackBerry and on Windows for some unknown reason, that entire 0.2% of the market, and on PC. You know, and then they were talking about this new console, and it's this early. I mean, considering that Nintendo Wii U came out in November of 2012, it's pretty fucking early. I mean, I understand why they decided to bring it up, but now I'm wondering about a bunch of shit, because, I mean, what is this going to entail? They said that they don't plan on giving any kind of details in sometime, like, next year, so we're not going to be hearing a whole hell of a lot, but sometime next year we're going to end up hearing about these details. That'll be 2016. 2017 will be 5 years since the system has been out. Five-time WCW champion Booker T. I'm putting lots of references into his video. I'm hoping that somebody's getting some of them. Sorry, you know, when you have thoughts at the forefront of your head, you just say, fuck it. But anyhow, so 5 years that it'll have been out in 2017, you can imagine it might be coming out then, and it's absolutely, you know, not news to anybody that Nintendo right now, at least in the console market, isn't doing as well as they want to. And third party has all but completely abandoned ship. I mean, you don't see Ubisoft, Activision, Electronic Arts on there, Square Enix isn't releasing stuff, Namco's not really releasing anything, Capcom's not releasing anything. These are all major-ass companies in the world of gaming. You know, and it just, that's not good. I mean, is there great titles coming out on it? Fucking hell yes, but it's mainly thanks to Nintendo. And, you know, it's a good thing if you're a fan of those kind of games, but an all-encompassing type console, that's what people want to go and see. And it makes me wonder, you know, are they going to go with the idea of virtual reality? Is it going to be another gimmicky controller? I personally just want a regular-ass controller inside the system. Call me crazy, but I think things like the Nintendo Wii controller and the tablet controller should be left better as accessories, or just additional controllers included with it, so people have options right out the gate. You know, a long time ago, when you got a Nintendo Entertainment System, you got the controller and the gun with it. You know, you can get versions that actually had the trackpad in it, so you could go and fuck about on there. And there was ones that came with Rob the Robot. These things weren't necessarily the main components, you know, they were just accessories. And I think that's one of the things that they ought to learn from past mistakes for that kind of stuff. Up-to-date hardware would also be another one of the good things, so that they can get simultaneous releases that are going across the entire board. So they're not left out in the cold. That's one of the things that the Wii U's missing right now, is all these releases that come out on the major consoles, and some people might say, well, they don't need that. They may not need that, but as a business model, it looks bad when you don't have that. And when somebody only buys your system, doesn't buy the other ones, and has interest in that, you want to know what happens? They eventually want to go and buy those systems because they want those games because your system isn't getting them. That's just a fact. Then it makes me wonder, will they go all digital? What if they just got a little streaming system? You know, imagine something like the Apple TV, for example, or a Chromecast or some shit. Just little ass system, get a controller with it, and you play your games that way. That could happen. That could be the future right there. You never know. There's so many things, especially with them teaming up with Dina, whatever the fuck. With them teaming up with them, going with all of this digital distribution for all the games, and it could be, you know, downloading games, streaming games. There could be a whole lot of all-encompassing stuff across multiple generations, and then brand new titles. Think about all the brand new titles that come out on an everyday basis. They could be picking up tons of companies, you know, and be like, hey, premiere your games on here. That'd be awesome. Again, it's just, there's so many questions to be had, but I like the name Nintendo NX. I'm glad that they're working on new hardware. I'm hoping that's kick-ass. I want it to be up to snuff. You know, I want to see Nintendo do really well because I like their games. I like them as a company. I just hate when they do dumb shit, you know? Just like with any company. You want to support them, except for when they're dumb, then you want to go and roll up a newspaper and bap them on the fucking nose a couple times. They're just like, you know, they get hit and shit. But do you think that with them going on mobile and stuff, do you think this will be a good idea? What kind of stuff can you imagine? Oh man, there's a lot of stuff that I think about. Just, it's like, oh well, this is hooked up to a GPS. Just imagine Pokemon Snap on your phone. You know, and you're going around, and everywhere that you go, you're like, oh man, there goes a fucking Pokemon! You know, Sneasel comes out, oh, take a picture of, oh my god, that's fucking Gurton out there, oh my god, oh, take a these fucking legendary Dragon Calls, wow, you know, I can't believe that's fucking Electabuzz, oh, it's that Magmortar, he's fucking shit up, that's so amazing, fucking Pikachu, ah! You know, there's so damn many. Just run around taking pictures of that, and that's just a random ass idea. I still say that the Wii U controller would make for a really good Pokemon. Why the fuck aren't we getting another Pokemon Snap? I've talked about this shit so many times, we just don't have it. It's weird, you know. Also, F-Zero. I really want a new F-Zero. Would really like a new F-Zero. I'm just saying, Nintendo, and new Metroid Prime 4. Maybe Metroid Fusion 2? Could we have that? That's like my all-time favorite Metroid game, by the way. Just, well, one of them. I shouldn't say all-time favorite. Anyway, all wish lists aside, opinions, thoughts, feelings on Nintendo going mobile with this company, and then the announcement of the next system. Comment box, and as always, nerds, nerdettes, and gamers, game the fuck on.